Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of day you happen to be tuning in to another episode of It's Naturally Not. Today I'm going to share with you just a really simple thing that you can make with leftover fruits you have in your refrigerator on the go. So it's good. It's good for people who are busy, whether you're a family or you're one person or three people in your household. It's a smoothie. Okay, now I think smoothies get a bad rap. They're often really expensive if you go to a novelty place to get them made for you. They're kind of like gourmet coffees are these days. I mean, almost $10 when you include a tip for a smoothie or a fancy coffee. Why bother when you can do it at home? And it takes no effort, really, just a few minutes of prep time. If you're into meal prep, this is a good thing to make. You can make them as healthy or as fancy as you want. BM once got himself a cookbook of all just smoothies. He got it as a gift from somebody, and I had to giggle a little bit. And I said, you don't need a cookbook to make healthy waters or smoothies. But whatever, I mean, if you're really unskilled in the kitchen department, maybe you think you do. Okay, so for a smoothie, really all you need is some sort of milk. Okay. And that can be anything. That can be a vegan milk or whatever you got. What I'm using today is pantry stable. And my little milks that I get on sale that are, again, pantry stable until you open them. You could even use instant milk. That's an idea if you want to save money. You want your own nutritional stir-in of some sort. This just happens to be, you can get this at a health food store. Basically, it's just whey protein. Okay, and I think women more than men tend to not get as much protein as they really need, and especially women getting older. So keep that in mind. I know this is expensive, but these last a long time. Okay, and then really any kind of fruit that you got to use up. That's another reason I love making smoothies, and you can make them several days in advance. I think Daniel or BM has eaten a smoothie that I've made, and it's been up to a week old. The only thing you have to remember is if you're using bananas in your smoothie, those tend to discolor, as do apples. So you want to, it's not going to hurt you any if it's a few days old, but it might look a little long in the tooth, right? Not be the most attractive thing to eat. So I have some strawberries that I need to use up. Strawberries, of course, as you know, when one goes bad, you know the saying, the rest go bad. So I got to use these up, and there's not enough here to make strawberry shortcake. My frozen blueberries that I've been trying to use up, that I got a good deal on earlier this year. I made blueberry buckles, blueberry muffins, so many things, because everybody's sick of blueberries around me. So I'm going to try to use up as many of these and make room in my freezer. I got some apples from the other day when I went on a picnic, and they didn't get used up. And then finally, I've got some super greens. Now you can use any mixture of any of these things I'm talking about. You got bananas you need to use up, throw them, chunk them up, peel them up and chunk them. If you've got raspberries starting to go in the refrigerator, grab those. You can use frozen too. Those work as well. All you're going to really need is a blender, okay? You don't need a food processor. You need a good old school blender. I know I've talked about this garage sale blender that I got decades ago, how much I love it, because it's cost me like $4 and it's been a real trooper. And these greens. Now, I love these greens. This is an organic blend of baby spinach, baby kale, and chard, and I love all of those. The only thing is, spinach goes bad fast, okay? So I don't want the spinach to go bad and taint the rest of these, so I'm going to use these today, too. If you don't like milk, or you don't want to use any milks at all, including ones that are lactose-free, you could use water. They're just not as pretty, and they're not as homogenized when you blend them. Okay, I don't even have a recipe for this because there doesn't need to be one, but if you want one, figure a cup of fruits, a cup or two of whatever greens that you got going on that you need to use up, and then whatever your serving size is for this. And generally they're done by, what, quarter cup, or they call them this scoop, which is roughly a quarter of a cup. Okay. No ice needed. Now you could put ice in this if you want it to be like ice cream-like in here, but I don't do that because these are meal preps for me, and I make many of them for several people, in the house who need those fast things to be healthy and ready to go. So, get started. It's super simple. All we're doing is we're putting our fruit that we want to get rid of, however many cups we have. Now you can make these in batches. I'm going to probably make 2 batches because I got a lot of blueberries I want to get rid of, but I'm only going to film you today 1 batch, okay? So I'm going to use more than this in my second time around. So this is like, I don't know, I'd say a cup of these frozen blueberries that I'm putting in, okay? Along with the fresh strawberries. The apples are already sliced. They have the skins on them. They're starting to get a little ugly, right? Because the oxidation makes them that way. I'm just going to give them a rough cut, just so my lovely old 40-year-old blender doesn't have to work too terribly hard. Okay? See, we've got kind of all different colors going on here of the rainbow. Then, your handful, your cup, however you want to look at it, of these greens, and your nutritional stuff that you're going to put in here. Your nutritional protein mix. One thing I wouldn't use is nutritional yeast, because that's savory, healthy for you, but savory, and would not be yummy in this. Okay? This says a scoop. There's our scoop. And then you're just going to kind of guess. I'm going to kind of go up to right about here with some liquid with my milk here that I'm wanting to get rid of because I used it. Oh, I don't remember what we're not big milk drinkers in this household, but I like to get my milk like this, shelf stable, for what little uses that I do use of milk, like for twice baked potatoes, things like that. We can see the liquid levels going up. And in fact, what else I'm going to do is I'm going to top this off with just a little bit of water. Just so the old blender here doesn't have to work too hard. So if you see, the liquid amount is about right up to there, like I said. Doesn't matter what level that you give to mix this. I'm going to go probably medium-high. Then you'll want to give it a little mixy. The content of this, just I would say pretty thin, right? This is a pretty thin smoothie. You can make it thicker by adding just more bulk. More bulk in the way of fruit will make it thicker. This will not. So just a heads up. Also, before you get too crazy with this, even though it's nutrition, it has a lot of nutrition in it, this also won't thicken it up. So how do you like your smoothie? Do you like it really thick, like a shake, or do you like it thin? I like it thin because I'm on the go and I'm busy, and when I need my nutrition, I need to drink and go, and I don't need to be dinking around with something that's like a milkshake. But some people like theirs that way. If that's you, add a little bit more of the softer fruits such as strawberries and bananas. If you add a frozen banana, it will give you that milkshake consistency if that's what you're looking for. Alright, then what I like to do is give it a little tasty. You know, sometimes you can add a little bit of this or that. I also have peanut butter powder that I use every now and then to put into these, but I don't think that would go well with what we've got today. That would go well with a banana type of smoothie. That would be delicious. But we're going with a more fruity, non-banana smoothie where peanut butter powder would probably be terrible. Wonderful flavor. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and just give it another blitz. Okay. I think it's the consistency that I like. And I can't stress how helpful these are for if you're going to be meal prepping smoothies. Make sure you label them and date them if you have more than one person roaming around in your household so that they know how old they are and what's in them, especially if anybody's got any allergies. Sometimes I put chia seed in here and hemp seed, but I'm out of both of those. But I am going to make a couple more of these today when I get off camera for the upcoming week. These you can get at the grocery store. I don't remember if they come in packs of 4. You could also use cottage cheese containers, but I like these better because if you're a busy person like me, or you got several people in your household, if these get knocked over in your refrigerator, as things do happen like that, they're not going to leak out where a cottage cheese container would leak out and you would have a mess. Okay? That's all you got to do then is go ahead. That's generally a serving for one person. All that protein, all that vitamin C, all those antioxidants all wrapped up. And I'm going to have this for lunch. And a healthy smoothie. So good. And again, gets rid of the use of the fruits that you need to get rid of. Otherwise, they're going to hit the trash. And you don't want to be one of those people who puts their food in the trash when there's a lot of people that need to eat in this world. You don't want to waste food. So try this. Look at your refrigerator. See what fruits you got to get rid of. Next time you're at the store, and a health food store is the best place probably to get this. Although I think if you're at a big grocery store in your neighborhood, they'll carry simple protein powders. Go ahead and make some of these for you if you live alone or for your family. Make several like I'm going to do today and label and date them and enjoy them. They are so healthy and good for a yummy meal on the run when you don't have time to cook. So I hope wherever you're at, you're having a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and go ahead and comment on this video, and I'll see you next time.